Well, it is another, I'm not gonna say it's an ugly Friday, but it's not supposed to be a pretty Friday. Yet again, it's supposed to rain on and off today, but we've got inside work to do. Let's go check it out. Well, you guys have seen the progression of this door cutout. The other door cutout is right up there. That one's going to be even more interesting. But we're going to get the rest of this rock out of the bottom. It's probably going to take way longer than what I want it to, but Eric's got the area cleaned up better than what it was when we left here last night. We have to get all this rock below this floor level. I just set the laser up and I did confirm that top of OSB is 3/4 higher than floor level in there. And the ultimate goal was to take this OSB across this opening, fill all this in with OSB because this is poured concrete, so we shouldn't have any issues with support. Underneath that green tile is poured concrete, and then we're going to span right over into the master bedroom and tie these floors together. As I've mentioned before, long-term goals before this thing is complete is to have a ramp poured from the blue barrel up to a 4-foot flat in front of the door so that we have handicap access. You'll be able to wheel in, go in that single door that feeds a double door, come up the ramped hallway here, come through that double door there, come up the ramped hallway, get into the master bedroom, shoot across the hall, come into another hallway to get into the master bath. So we will have wheelchair access. We got to get that lower than the OSB. This is not going to be any fun, but we're going to cut and hammer and cut and hammer. I don't think we need the great big jackhammer for it. So what I don't want to do is bust off a great big rock, even though it really wouldn't matter. I just want to take this down to the level we need it at and then span across it. So let's see if we can figure that out. So we got to knock off all this rough stuff, get this rebar cut out of the way, and then we can start working on that bottom. My people.
So this compression chamber down in here is kind of like a V-roll?
Well, I don't know, have a clue what you're talking about. All I know is it works.
I mean, it's pretty...
Watch your eyeballs.
Okay. Glasses on.
Okay, that's got the top side. Now we can cut our rebar off.
You don't need to hold it.
Can't attack it from that angle. Come on now. Now, we don't have any sharp points to worry about. Now for the lovely stuff against the floor. And this is kind of one of those, I don't care how you go about it, it's gonna suck. So we're just gonna start on this side. Make ourselves a nice clean cut, and then we'll keep cutting back into ourselves until we get her knocked out of there at the proper level. And we're doing that cut with a diamond wheel on this grinder, so we're not taking a whole bunch at a time, but we're taking enough to get it out of our way and make our distance down that we need. Second floor and get that fan.
The what?
Second floor and get the fan.
Fan. It's fan, correct?
Fan, box fan,
There's
sitting
no box.
against the window on the second floor, behind the chair. The second floor of the tower, Eric.
I know, I just realized that.
Okay.
It's the only accessory board we have right now, doesn't it? To plug that fan in.
Out here's a big old power strip. Now open, plug it. Well, I thought that would work faster. We got her busted off back to where we cut it to, but I think we're gonna have to go get the big boy. Just beat the ever living crap out of it, I guess. Unfortunately. That can't be fully. You want to go get the big hammer drill from up here, Eric? hammer drill, jackhammer. Well, we're gonna pack up and go to the big boy. We'll be back. All right, we got the big boy over here. I want to run it across the tile over to that vertical face that I have on my side. Hopefully it'll bust it out of there. I don't think it's enough yet, Eric. Well, as expected, y'all's battery died. Safety third. busted out and this daggone rock is loose, but it ain't quite where we need it to be because of this little rock. Get out of there. Ouch. Got him. Ow. So we got a few high points in it, but once we come across, we can polish that up a little better. We're coming right over top of tile here, so this area in here is probably good. That's a big one. That's a big one. Don't know if that one's going to come out of there or not. Wish I would have cut that, honestly. That's all right. Get her out of there. Nope. Maybe the little guy will knock that little end off. Okay, we're playing hard again. Really? Really? Come on now. Okay. I'm tired of messing with you. Well, you having fun yet?
All tons.
We got Eric set up a little rope system here where he doesn't have to hold the weight of the jackhammer. He can just push into the wall, and then all he's got to do is untangle himself and lower it or raise it. I think that'll work out pretty good. A little easier than holding the darn thing, ain't it?
Yeah, that takes a little pressure off your shoulders
Absolutely.
and back.
Well, I'm gonna let you beat your brains out up here on this wall. I'm gonna go down there and measure out some 2x12s and get them cut to chase that bottom doorway.
All right.
Sound like a plan?
I guess so.
We're gonna leave you guys with Eric for a little bit. He's gonna be beating and beating and beating and beating. Well, you penetrated.
Yeah.
This wall is a little thicker than the last wall, but it's coming out essentially the same way. You can see over into that room now. Maybe by the end of the day, we'll be able to walk through this one too.
He's funny.
I'm starting to chase the bottom with 2x12, so I'm gonna take them with me, and you can knock that top edge off and maybe work your way up instead of down. Because once you break that, you get that out from underneath of it, and you start breaking this, those should just start falling off. And yes, this is our cut, but these holes here, Eric, are actually the roof over there.
That's the bottom floor
Of that pad of concrete that's poured all through there. So
the doors.
don't go above these lines for now. Stay below.
If I get there.
Yep, work your way up to this once you get this one popped off, and then we'll reassess. Sound like a plan?
I guess so.
All right. All right, we're gonna get our top plate mounted, and we're doubling everything up. But we're gonna get one layer on the top, and then our second layer sisters to the first layer. First layer being Tapcon on, second layer being screwed, and then we'll have double king studs, jack studs. Basically, it's going to support the double top plate. I'm not for sure that one's gonna hold anything, but we got a hole in it.
Hey, there's a trash back here if you didn't know that.
Yep. Hopefully this Tapcon holds. Why do I have the one impact that does not have the pocket holder thing on it? Because I cannot stand, honestly, to wear a tool belt if I don't have to. So. Now. Well, of course not. Why would we expect that to be any different? Oh, come on now. It should drill just fine. It is not. Well, I think I'm gonna have to make me something to hold it in place so I can drill multiple holes. Yeah, anyway, we'll be back. Well, Eric is back to beating away. Got me a little jig there. Now it won't fall on my head. Move it around where she needs to go. Pretty easily. That sounds like some really big pieces.
They are.
Nice. Now, let's see if we can find a sweet spot.
Get going out the window. Might have hit that thing on rebar again. You gonna hold? Heck yeah. Looks like we're on our mark really well too. Yes.
out both ends. Looks like Eric's hitting some really big rocks. Hey! Look out! Yeah, there's some big pieces coming all the way down. Just so you're aware. I'd like to, I'm good in the bathroom. Feel pretty confident with that answer, but you definitely don't want to be over there in the other room. It could be really bad for your head. All right, that gets us up tight here and there. Setting really nice and flat. I want to try to sneak a couple more in here. Get it held really nicely, and then hopefully everything else will fall into place. Actually did pretty good. All right, we'll take this out now. Save that for later. Now we're just going to screw another one to the bottom of that one, and then we'll put our side legs in, and this will be completely boxed. And I'm not 100% certain how we're going to do all this up here yet, but I know I need this width to cover most of the rock. There's going to be just a very little bit that sticks past. And I like that natural edge. So I really want to use this board as the finish, if you will. And if we need to, we can kick that back and put some boards on there to slope or something to make it look a little better than just a great big flat piece sticking out there. Get our second board sistered on here. I don't know why you guys are so cockeyed. let's see, we've got 2 sideboards cut. Looks like it might be a little tight. Actually might be able to get that together, but I believe we got a high spot down here at the bottom. Yep. We need to shave that bottom end back about a quarter. About a quarter. Get my safety glasses and hearing protection on. In and on, should I say. There we go. That's more better. Nelly, I think that'll go. I was about to do that backwards. You guys see how that makes a rainbow? This side should go towards the wall so that if this thing has some moisture content in it from sitting outside, it doesn't peel away. That's crowning it in. we should also be able to, when we frame this wall over, should be able to hold that back, and that should make a pretty decent transition. So we're up tight against the maybe that one will. Got a little bit there. It ain't much, but it's just enough that we need to. Oh yeah. Just to be sure she doesn't move. Take us some shims. You guys can see back here. So our cut, when we cut with our saw, was off about 3/8 of an inch to nothing. So we'll be able to take some shims and put them in here in that gap. Shims go over, and we'll sit here for a second or to face this to have a double leg for that to stand on, and we'll do the same thing over there. We'll go find some shims. And we'll get this sucker fixed in place. All right, before we get anything else mounted, we're gonna cut this double top back with our skill saw, and then we're gonna cut this board to match the wall as best we can, but we're gonna straight line it so we can finish it later. Move my ladder over a little bit. Fails. It always goes dead. We'll have to finish that cut with the Sawzall, which is fine.
You're cutting it with the Sawzall?
We're gonna cut this one with the Sawzall. I ripped that whole one with this.
That'll be a lot easier too, instead of getting that board to go with those.
Correct. Lucas is here, by the way. He finally decided to show up today. We'll call him Blister today. Alright, we're gonna rip the Sawzall. Finish that top cut. You can see where I cut a little bit there on that end. Wow, that was loud. Hey! Eric! Eric!
What?
If you could slow those big ones down before they puncture through the floor, that'd be great.
So you're going to hold it, put your pound jackhammer and catch it off.
No, like, don't jackhammer it all the way to where it flings it off the wall.
I can't do both.
You'll figure it out.
Of course.
Could I have done that before I put them up? Yes. However, I wouldn't have been able to get me the right line here so that we can get this cut back in a straight line to the point in which the board will actually bow. We'll bow the board to match the face of this 2x12 because at the bottom, it's flush. Lucas is up there making all kinds of noise. Hopefully you guys can hear me, but you can see my cut right there with the skill saw, cut with the Sawzall. Got a groove there. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my chalk line and I'm gonna straight line this down to the point in which I almost touch the high point of the rock, and I get down here to where I'll be flush off the face of this rock. Now all I have to do is pop this board back off, lay it up here, cut that with my skill saw. Yes, the trim work will run up and then lay back, and we'll screw it to this face, which will hold it close to that face so we can truly finish behind the trim. It would be impossible to match those rocks and get a board to match that. So we're gonna straight line it. Hopefully you guys can see our red chalk line there. Last little bit up. Now we can put her back up. Get her pulled back out to where she's plumb. We'll still got a mark on her board. gonna be way better. I know that this board will lay back, but that's gonna get that board tight up against all the rock, all the way to the top. And then we can kick a horizontal board to cover all this up and get a board in behind it as a sister board to actually tap onto the wall. Not that this is structural, just trying to hide everything. And this is the structural part, even though it's not needed because we have 7 feet above us that is the exact same rock. So that's coming along nicely. Get our other one over here temped in, and then we'll chalk it. We'll get it cut and get it installed. Again, they're making all kinds of noise, but we're gonna take our trim board, we're gonna trace our rock, and we're gonna take the diamond wheel, and we're gonna cut both ways. I'll show you why here in just a second. And cover up our offcut. I will put shims behind it and tap on it in appropriately to make sure that that is properly held. But I've got to cut down through here with that diamond wheel ever so slightly. You guys can see how much rock I've got to cut out. It's not a lot, just a little, so our trim board will sit back there. On this side, we're going to double this one up as we stated earlier. We were concerned when we made our cut that we didn't want to go any further that way into this radius. We're going to frame a wall here, so we need the double thickness to hide some of that wall. We can still get a piece of trim on the inside of this one, top and bottom. Let's take the diamond wheel, cut our notch, cut in this side, flake all that off, and we'll be able to mount that board. This isn't any fun, in case you were wondering. What you have to bear in mind is, I only want to cut where the high spots are. These low spots, I don't want to cut into those because the board will be outside that anyway. That's why you cut a little here. Gee, that one's gonna suck. We're about to whip it. Well, I'm liking that. Got a nice smooth face right here all the way down. We got ourselves notched back where the back side of our board will go. I'm liking it. Let's get a board mounted. All right, let's get us our board mounted now that we got our walls cut. Phew.
I did.
Not gonna get much better than that. Alright, we got our topping. Make sure one more time we're plumb. Oh goodness gracious, I don't know how I can get much better than that. Maybe just a little back. Oh baby, right there. Oh, running low on batteries. Oh, that was running really low. I just threw that sucker right down the crack. Daggone it. We'll have to send the young buck after that one. Well, that battery's almost dead. Not winning with batteries today. All right, let's get this Tapcon down. Oh, I need another battery. Are you charged yet? Yep. We had one that's charged. Hold on just a second. All right, that gets us pulled in down there. Now what we got to do is get our shims cut to go all the way through, and we'll Tapcon it off in several places. But that board is there, mounted, got a good flat surface right off the face of it to run our trim work. Show you guys that too. Looks like we might need to take it back just a scoot more, not much. And that will flex right on back like that. Oh, it's gonna be hard, but it'll work. All right, the boys upstairs need me. We'll be back. They're making all kinds of noise again, but we got our first shim cut. You can see it just slide right down in there. Gonna wiggle it until it gets tight. Once we get good and snug, because I don't want to flex it too much. Once we get snug, I'll take the hammer drill now, go right through there. Sink that one in a little deeper. Make sure I'm long enough. Oh yeah, should be plenty. Got her all flush. Put a couple more shims on that side. Then we can put on sister board, double up that side so our wall on the other side blends in nicely. Get us another shim right here, and that'll be shimmed all the way off. 1, 2, 3 shims tacked at the bottom. Let me sneak one more in this side here too. Don't tell me my brand new DeWalt hammer drill done gave up on me. Either that or I'm hitting rebar and that screws the bit. Let me go grab another bit. Alright, we got our sister board here. Now what we're going to do is hold it flush on the inside and mark our outside. We can cut that and we'll match that board. You guys are dirty. Can't see. Now we just sister it onto that one. Hello. Lucas is going crazy. Yep, we're good. Looks like we're good everywhere. Yeah, we're good everywhere. So before we sister this on, I'm gonna plane this face down and just take off all this crap from where it's been sitting outside. And then the finished look will be a little different. Let's get the planer set up, plane this board down so we can call it a day. Well, I bought this planer used. We've never tried it. Yes, we're on the floor. We don't want to build a stand at 5 o'clock on a Friday. So we're gonna just run this board through until all that's smooth and then we'll mount it up. But we've never used this thing before, so wish us luck. I guess you just pull the trigger and let her eat. I don't know, man.
There's only one way to find out.
We're getting ready to let her rip, take her chip. That's for sure. But we still didn't get it all. I don't know how far I should turn that sucker at a time. That's a 16th.
Yeah.
Let's see if a 16th gets us where we need to be. Flat, is it?
Yeah.
Nice. That's the goal. That was an eighth, just so you know.
Oh, what?
See if it'll make an eighth cut. I'm sure there's people on here going, oh my gosh, I've used that before, you just turned this knob. Okay, put it in the comments, and we'll learn. What do you think? One more pass? Another 16th?
Wouldn't hurt anything. It's almost like you kind of have to do it in small runs like this.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I have used
like
planers before, just not this planer. I'm here to tell you, that sucker will smooth it up, won't it?
It will.
Thinking the old marketplace purchase wasn't a bad one.
Yeah.
Cool. Now we just need to mount it. Show you guys. That looks totally different. And man, is that smooth. I mean, smooth, smooth. Right there around that knot, it gets just a hair rough, but I think that's expected, and especially since we were kind of going, if we just fed it the opposite direction. But probably because it's smooth here, it's rough here. So that's the telling side. But with how we're going to finish it, that's going to be just fine. Let's get this board mounted, and we're going to call it a daggone day. You're all probably going to die right in the middle trying to mount this board. That's how it'll work. Bless you. Bless you.
Almost like a professional.
Don't even start telling people I'm professional. That's a bad idea. Ooh. Should I use these screws though? 'Cause that's our finish. If I do, they need to be perfectly straight across from each other. We're doing it. Go big or go home, right?
It does.
We're gonna do it, better do it right. 3 1/4. 3 1/4. I can get down here and get personal with it, Lucas. Ha! That ain't gonna do me no good. think we're 82 and a half. Yep. Half of 82 is 41. Half of a half is a quarter. Three and a quarter this way. Three and a quarter this way. Now that one's gonna get interesting. We'll get it though. See, it's on a slope. And this bark showing back here.
Got that live edge.
They're on live edge.
Live edge board.
And I didn't ask for them either. Lumber. I tell you, you can't buy good lumber anymore. That ain't going anywhere.
Woo! Looking good.
Heck yeah, that's looking good. You know what I'm gonna do, don't you?
Yeah.
I really like the look of that.
Yeah.
And I done mounted this board up. But we got our 36 and a 3/8 of an opening. I wanted a 36-inch opening, so we're right there. Oh, Lucas, do we do it? Do we take it off there and plane it down? That looks good. I know I got some live edge over here I'll have to deal with, but
It just adds character.
it does add character. I don't know. You all put it in the comments. What do you think? Should we plane this board down or not?
There you go.
Let's go up and check on progress up top. Both.
Uh-oh.
Well, Lucas and Eric mates. Oh man, you guys even got it below the floor. That's looking good. Clean up the edges. Have to figure out how to fish that wire through. I told Lucas how we're going to do that. But we got to get a new wire fished in there first. And then I'll show you guys what I think will work there. We've got a few rough edges to clean up. Square up that bottom a little bit. Clean up that center part where the blade didn't reach all the way through. But you guys, heck yeah, man. We got 2 openings now. Now we just need to finish this one like we did that one down there.
Yeah.
I know for a fact we got to plane these boards down quite a bit. It's the biggest opening we could get. And honestly, Lucas, if we wanted to, we could move that switch over and just make that wider. Just get that switch. I mean, it's you. We're going to do something with it anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
We could cut that all the way over, mount it right against the wall here, and then get that doorway a little bit wider if we wanted to. But our minimum goal was 32 inches. And we are, I mean, on the nose of 32. It's more like 31 and 7/8. So if we plane some boards down to 1 inch, we put 1 on each side and 1 inch on the top, that'll keep everything. It's got 2 lintels in this one from factory, I guess is what you could call this lintel. We got to smooth this out a little bit. This lintel and that lintel support all of this above it, which is why we can't take it out any higher, but we could definitely go wider. Well, that's today's video. Thank you, sir. Eric left us at 4 o'clock, so he's already gone, or I would thank him. But hopefully you guys enjoyed, and as always, like, comment, subscribe, turn those notifications on, share away.